So I was able to remove all the carpet from the boat, pulled out the console, sold that, steering controls, and I'm basically just left with the plywood in here now. Pulled out the whole front deck. I'm going to modify that a little bit to make 2 compartments rather than 1 at the front. And I have to extend the deck pad up here because the trolling motor I have is going to be a longer shaft, so the mount's going to be a little bit longer. So rather than coming to here, it'll probably come out to about here. So next step really is just to clean this up. Just get all that junk out of there, so I'm going to hose it down and then just use a cleaner to get all the grime off of it. And then just let it dry out, and then decide on what I'm going to do, if I'm going to paint it on the inside or just leave it as is. So it's all washed now. Really made a big difference. Got all the grime and grease and all that off. The inside's actually in pretty good shape. Basically the next step I'm going to have to do is just cut away at all that carpet. There's a few areas where there's some excess carpet left that I'm going to have to get away, just so all the new carpet sits in there a lot better and flush. You don't have to do that, but it'll make it a lot easier. And then just take off any old carpet glue. There's a few spots like that. And then after that I'll be able to basically design my next box that I'm going to put in here. It'll be similar to that one. I want it to come all the way up to the front deck though, so it'll come up here. And I'm going to attempt to put in some rod storage. So I figure if I have 4 tubes that go up there to hold the rod tips, I should be able to work that to fit like at least a 7 foot, maybe a 7.5 foot rod. And I'm also going to design the back here, just a back casting deck and storage for the battery and gas tank. So these are all the panels I've pulled off the boat. Some of it's going to be reusable, other stuff like this, it's pretty waterlogged and it's going to need to be replaced, but I'm going to keep all those panels just for reference, so I know exactly how big to cut them. And that's the new engine that's going on, 35 Johnson tiller, it's a 2000. This is the front deck that I'm going to basically figure out how I'm going to cut that in half, just to make 2 openings at the front rather than 1.